The city lives at night. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay while we leave. Stay with me. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay while we leave. Stay with me.
Fold it up, we gon' burn it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I am your boy Crackshot here to cast another great ESEA advanced match for my friends over at Variance Gaming. Had quite the showing in the previous run here on Train. Now today they'll be taking on Identity Disorder, a team that's gone through a number of roster changes in this season so far. But of course, Variance played against Grizzlies on this map in the last cast, which is on a day that's escaping my brain right now. Either way, all I remember is that it was the KMZ and Fang show all night long. KMZ hit some outstanding op shots. Fang, again, did some really insane work, and Spammer did a lot of work to open rounds up for them. They ended up taking the game, I believe, 16-4. So we'll see if Identity Disorder are able to put up a better showing in this one against Variance Gaming, your home crowd tonight. Identity Disorder did actually have a friend of mine on the roster before. That would be Maestro Mike, who's now taking a step back to be a coach. Another name I recognize from... Oh, thank you, Haster. I really appreciate that, brother. Fisher, somebody I noticed on this roster, Mr. Dr. Mr. Fish. Better known to some. Don't know when he joined this roster. Jazz Pimp is another one of those players who you got to kind of watch out for. I'm really interested to see what they're able to bring out in this one. Not sure if they're going to be bringing a coach with them or not into this game. But seeing that almost everyone's in the server, I'm going to go ahead and start rambling for you guys about my predictions. Now, if Variants are able to get a CT side start that they want in this one, I mean, last time they didn't get it because of an unfortunate knife round disconnect on the front of Nesca. But starting on T side, they absolutely ran a rout on Grizzlies, and Grizzlies aren't a team to really be taken lightly. I mean, they're coming off of a like $2,000 land third place performance at ETS over the weekend. They had to play against Livid. They had to play against a team that took a lot of rounds off of a team that was comprised of Android, Moose, Sabrosa. Who am I missing here? I'm gonna get yelled at for this. Effie's is on that team. I forget who's on the other team, but anyway, that was the best team at the LAN. They won by a long shot, but Grizzlies took a lot of rounds off of them. They had a lot of players in the show match at that LAN as well, and I was just expecting a lot more out of them. But Variance, you know, nothing taken away from them because they deserved everything they got in that game. It was absolutely clinical. They were just on the same page positionally. They never really made a lot of individual mistakes. They were really punishing the positions that it seemed like they knew Grizzlies were going to be playing. There was a lot of preparation going into that matchup, I feel like. That might have been on the front of my good friend Keith, Seaside. Not sure who did that, but he probably gave him a good whip in before the game, told him what to look out for, and made a lot of good mid-round calls. I mean, Bang absolutely lit things up. KMZ as well, just a lot of incredible op shots, and despite there being two ops on the side of Grizzlies at most times between, I believe it was Incredible who's holding on to one of them and Jules who had the other one, despite both of them opping, neither of them seemed to be able to solve KMZ, and that was pretty much the story of that game. I mean, it was an absolute wash. Grizzlies never really got any momentum going, and Variants were able to take themselves to a 7-2 record. Now, Identity is sort of not too far behind. They are at 6-3. This is probably a lot more of an important win for Identity Disorder than it would be for Variance, standings-wise, as we are sort of inching closer to that playoff mark, where teams start to separate in the ESEA Advanced Division. But nonetheless, one that I'm excited to see play out. Just waiting for these guys to ready up. Nothing like a good old... Imagine this. Imagine a world where an ESEA match starts on time. I know, it's hard to think about it, but just picture it in your head for a second. What the world would be like if the players didn't use all 15 minutes to get in the server every time. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around here. Of course people are gonna... Oh yeah, is that Seaside's face? That guy's got Seaside emotes? Come on. Heck yes. Keith La Fortune. Love that guy. Met him at Northern Arena 2016. where he actually did a lot of really good work. It was his first big event, and, you know, despite the butterflies, I think he did really well to kind of hang with the other casters there. Now taking a stride into CSGO coaching, of course. So, I mean, players to watch again in this one. I'm looking for Shoker to step it up a little bit here. He called himself trash before the game. His words, not mine. So I'm looking for him to prove himself wrong. Or on the other side of things, probably Jazz Pimp, and I'm also interested to see what Dr. Mr. Fish can bring out for us. Me and him have a nice long history that dates back to one of my very first events. Not going to throw him under the bus too hard for what he said, but he gave me some pretty harsh criticism that made me kind of wake up and try a little bit harder at this casting thing. So, you know, I used it as motivation to get better, and hopefully I am able to deliver on that for you guys today. Trading's a fun map. I mean, in a best of one, it can really suck to have to start on the T side, although at this point, from what I saw at Variance in that last game, if they ended up having to start T side in this one, they probably shouldn't be that unhappy, because in all honesty, they did really, really well. They had a lot of really good set strats. They took control of the parts of the map that they wanted, and they didn't, you know, Grizzlies didn't do anything to try to, I guess, take that away from them. Oh yeah, here we go. This is some BM right here. Oh, thank you, Game Over. I appreciate that. I've learned over the years not to take anything that people say to me online to heart, but even if people say mean stuff and you could try to take something good out of it, you should. And that's what I tried to do. He is local to my city too. I'm pretty sure he's from the same place that I am. He plays in a local LAN here pretty often, as far as I can remember. Should be getting started into this one pretty soon. Of course, every time I say that, I feel like I'm jinxing us like a little bit more not to do that. I should really unequip that music kit while we're here. Can I do that from here? Can I? How do I do that? Here we go. How do I unequip this? Let's go. There we go. I did it, guys. I did it. The thing I was saying I was going to do for days, now I did it. Finally. I mean, it does add a little bit of personality to the stream. I'll leave it on when it's on my own channel, but not going to force you guys to sit through neck deep over and over. Hey man, I've been practicing with my own team, alright? We are the most solid 5-5 IM average team that you could ever ask for. So obviously we're putting in that big ol' one scrim a week kind of practice. I'm sure that these guys have quite a bit better practice regimen with how Variants have been playing lately. You can just tell kind of when a team has a really good practice regimen, because it does show in the server with what they do. Seems like one of the team identity disorder okay, he's back. Alright, so now we're just waiting for that hot juicy ready up. Identity disorder comprised of Vetis, I hope I'm saying that right, Top, Jazz Pimp, Fisher, and Red Killer. And of course your home crown boys are going to be Fang Shuker, Spammer, Nesca. Oh wait, are they waiting for one? Who are we missing over here? Where'd KMZ go? Hot and juicy ready up? Yeah, you can tell I'm a caster when I describe a ready up like that. Now that we're on the topic of caster venting, I do really like casting on platforms like ESEA rather than at LANs, because at LANs, CSGO players, it seems like CSGO players more than anyone else just seem to have fun changing their names to ridiculous things, so I'm trying to figure out who is who at the start of a game, and I just want to pull my hair out sometimes. So casting on ESEA is a lot of fun. It's a really good experience most of the time. And today the GoTV worked, so that's something. Every single game I've casted so far on ESEA this season, the GoTV doesn't work, and they have to give me this like janky EU one, and then that one works all of a sudden. I'm sure we're almost there, guys, I promise. Oh god, I said the promise. Sounds like some people are disconnecting. Is there going to be a server switch that I'm not aware of? Oh God, please no. I'm sure somebody will DM me if that's the case. Or we'll just wait. I guess we can just wait. It's only 2 guys. Doesn't seem like anyone's lagging. All their pings seem real nice. Nice and crisp. That 9 ping on spammer. Anyone lagging? No, it doesn't seem like it. And that's the problem, is that it doesn't seem like it, of course. Oh, here comes Shuker. He came back. Shoker. Raheem. I have an easier time saying his first name than his last name. Again, I am interested to see how Dr. Mr. Fish does because I haven't seen him play since probably last summer, maybe? At a local LAN where his team took home first prize. If you are in the Ontario region, selling out a little bit here, there is going to be a LAN coming up. It's going to have a nice big old $4,000 prize pool. Contact me for more information on that. I have to sell out because of course I'm in charge of running that LAN, so sorry about that. Go identity disorder. Okay, we got okay. I like that. We got some versatility in the chat tonight. Some variety. Okay, now the stream is lagging. Or Fang is lagging, I can't tell. Am I dropping frames? I'm not dropping frames, okay. It's not me. Now this one, you'd think that this one would be getting started pretty soon. You'd hope. Maybe. Yeah, it is a resident sleeper, right? You guys think he's gonna hit this pistol or not? Oh, I didn't get it that time. Okay, one more try. I know you can do this, Fang. Nope. He's almost gonna get it. He got it that time. He did it. Did you guys see that? Tell me you saw that. Clip it.
Counter-terrorists win.
Well, since everybody's just sleeping, we're gonna go ahead and put some music back on, and I'll shut up until we figure out what's going on here in this game.
I feel like I fought all my life for this. This one part, this 1/3 I've always missed. No, just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of heights, yet it was me who ran away. Oh, I can't forgive, can't forget myself. The peace that I'm missing, it kills me inside. I need help, oh please give me back this one part, this one that I'm sorry I lost it. No, I let my weapons fall, I'm drowning in the fears, and now I know that I will fall again and let it go, but I can't stop to run away.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, finally, everybody in the server, Variance did take the knife round that I sloppily missed there for a second. That one's my fault. You guys can all yell at me later. In the meantime, Variance is actually going to be starting on the CT side tonight, so interesting stuff there, to say the least. We'll see how they can do getting their footing. KMZ finally joining us tonight. Going to be Nesca, Fang, Shoker, KMZ, and Spammer taking on Identity Disorder. Thank you, GoTV. It's very choppy. I'm very sorry. But they'll be taking on Identity Disorder. That's going to be Red Killer, Fisher, Top, Vetus, and Jazz Pimp. A team that is 6-3. We'll see what they can bring out here. It looks like they're going for a late Halls push. 4 players stacked up outside, and going to be a fast ladder flank from Variance here. They don't see anything soon. The smokes and the flashes are down. Spammer spotted, and now going to be sending in the cavalry. The rotates in. The bomb not quite planted yet. They're going to be pushing up close towards Z. They really want to get these kills, but Spammer and Fang are going to get the better of a few here. Red Killer finds a couple to reply. Fisher as well. Going to trade kills with Nesca. Going to leave things in a 2-on-2. Now Fisher trying to back up into ramp with his teammate. That's Vetis. The bomb is not planted for them. This is a very interesting plant. I mean, Nesca is the one who has the kit. And if he just sticks this, I think he's got it. Nesca with a nice ninja defuse in the smoke. And regardless if they all go down, Variance gonna take the first round. Identity disorder. That was a really weird plan, to be honest. I think they wanted to push and get Z control, and then that didn't happen, and then instincts kicked in. They decided to run back towards ramp, and that ended up spelling disaster for them as Nesca with the smoke kit. Gonna just get that nice defuse, and we'll see rifles coming out on the side of Variance now. An early buy from Identity Disorder. As we see Fisher able to afford an AK. Jazz Pimp as well, going to be able to afford one. Top's thrown one out to a teammate who's just gonna buy armor. Vetis as well, gonna buy just the body armor. So this might be a surprise buy coming out here. But we'll see how Variance handles it. They've got quite a bit of utility on their backs to deal with this. Couple early nades into T-Con to maybe punish some information, but nothing doing there. The halts push slow once again. Identity Disorder keen to head towards this B site. Jazz Pimp spots out Spammer, gonna reply with a smoke of his own. But he won't commit to that fight. They do have ladder control on the side of Identity Disorder, so for now, they may loop back and try to split onto the A site. They don't want to be making too much noise. Again, that AK shot onto Spammer may have given Variance a bit of information on what this buy could be like, but it doesn't look like they want to change positions as a result. Spammer up very close. Got to be careful not to get caught by Fisher here, but Fisher lurking out is going to take down Spammer despite a player being right under him. That's going to cause issues here as now the A hit is on. No one rotating over from the B site just yet. Nesca ready to flash in his teammate. Not going to throw it just yet. Here it comes. Shoker going to find one in the meantime. That flash going to blind up a couple, and Nesca finding two big kills. Fang finds one in the site, and that's going to leave just one. That's Jazz Pimp who goes down, an upgraded weapon for Fang as a result. Nice two-piece from Nesca and Fang there. GoTV couldn't quite keep up with them. They were just too quick. 2-0 start for Variance, and that's going to leave money in the dumpster for Identity Disorder. They'll just save one and go into the next. In the meantime, they do have pistols across the board. No armor, and it'll just be some kind of maybe Ivy push together. They're going into a bit of a default here to decide if they can find a pick maybe with one of these Deagles, an overextension. On that nade, almost a touchdown onto Vetis. He's ticked down all the way to 33 HP. Hasn't even made contact with the CT just yet. Fisher trying to bait out shots, and he'll lose his life to a nice tap from Shoker. Show us one more, Shoker. Give us another. He wants it. I mean, he's just standing there. Expecting Glocks. It looks like Top has lurked out in towards the A site. Shoker, got to be careful. There's a Deeg trying to meet up with him. That's Vetis. Every bullet connecting now for Shoker. Got to be really careful. I think he knows Jazz Pimp is here. Finally going to turn and take him down. Red Killer going to be the only man to find a frag on the side of Identity Disorder so far. Nesca should have a relatively easy cleanup here. If he plays this correctly, will take down Red Killer. That's going to be a third round from Variance. Looking really comfortable very early here, but of course this will be their true test. This is the first gun round going to be coming out from Identity Disorder. Even effort across the board for both sides really looks like. No hero plays just yet, and I mean, that's probably what you like to see as a team. Flashes are over the A site. No one going to go out just yet from ID. Fisher gonna throw the molly just in case there's a peek waiting for him. There won't be one. He'll be left to lurk towards Ivy. No, oh, KMZ does have an op. You know, I should look before I say no op on that side. KMZ's op unrivaled in the server. He hasn't fired a shot yet, so they don't really know he has it. Nesca lurking up close. Fang and Nesca have taken complete control of T-Con, so Shoker's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to be giving up this part of the map, as they do have another very important piece of control over there towards that A site. Jazz Pimp maybe he wants to get ladder control on his own. Going to throw down a flash, dropping in. Nesca will have heard that. He has an idea that there's one in ladder now, and he's going to try to set up a bait and switch for Fang here. But Vetus wants none of it. Neither does his compadre there. Both teams fighting in neutral right now. Just gauging each other. 40 seconds remaining in the round. So Red Killer got to make a decision here. He's going to throw out one smoke towards the A site. Going to grab the bomb. It does look like they will group and in towards the A site and hit. Nesca going to find one. No, that's actually Fang finding one. But Nesca getting a pair of kills. Looking for a third. Not going to be able to complete it. And now that's going to leave Fisher by himself. 1 on 3. Not a lot of time left. I mean, this may be a save coming out here. He's going to head back towards spawn. He doesn't really have time to do anything but save his rifle at this point. They really haven't found any ground here. Identity Disorder not doing too great on their first gun round. Variance with a really nice setup with that control to bait one in. Fang able to be traded out rather quickly. And instead, that's going to leave Identity Disorder facing a 4-0 deficit. Another really good effort coming out from Variance here. Still the op on KMZ hasn't been factored in yet. In fact, I don't think KMZ's seen a frag yet in this one. So, different storyline already, but it looks like he's heading in towards upper. He might want that peek for information. We'll see if he gets it. He's up there, and he will find one. That's a good start from KMZ. Thank you, Auto Director. I always like to thank Auto Director for missing important kills. Red Killer grouped up with Fisher. They know the op's geared towards the B site, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just take what little they have. They've got a couple smokes to work with. Bettis looking for information. He hasn't spotted any yet. Fang missing the timing there, so no information gained. Spammer going to take out one towards the B site. They called for a rotate, but not going to be necessary, or just as of yet. Red Killer may try to lurk back in towards that B site, but the player out in towards Olaf. That's Vettis. He's lurked now all the way over to blue door, but he'll go down quickly. Joker, Fisher only going to be good for a trade, as he tried to come out ladder. Red Killer going to try to recycle the AK if he can. Behind E-Box is a nice kill from KMZ. 5-zip. Variance. Good starts there. Good start from the CT side. Variance looking very strong, very composed. Identity Disorder. Now on to their second gun round. We'll see what kind of ground they're able to gain here. I mean, they needed more information than what they got the last time. Last time it was just a little bit of poking and prodding, but they didn't really force anyone to get uncomfortable. And having Fang up close with Nesca and that setup on the A site really gave Variance all the predictability that they needed. They knew where that one was coming. All's control not going to be fought for early, as the Molotovs may have cost Identity Disorder. Now smokes in from Variance to delay anything. Looks like Identity Disorder are grouping up to head in towards that B site. Not sure if they're going to take ladder control while they're here. They seem to want none of that. KMZ's op is posted up towards upper. See if he's met with any challengers. But it does look like this B hit is ready to go. Kind of execute are they setting up here? Mollies are in. Vettis could be the man to meet. The first frag. Spammer spams one. Once again staying true to his name, but he's blinded. Stayed almost in the Molotov just a little bit too long. He'll go down. Even trades. KMZ actually falls in upper. Vettis finding that kill. Nesca finds one. Knows that Vettis' op is up top. Fang finding the other. That's going to leave Vettis by himself. 1v3. Looking for the first kill. Gonna take it. That's Nesca going down. The smoke's on the bomb. He's got to take a shot. Fang's probably going to get this, and he will. Nice defuse from Fang coming out there. Not a lot Vettis was going to be able to do. Is going to take down Shoker for his troubles, but 6-zip. Again, your scoreline. Variance. Good retake into the site there. Despite KMZ losing that important battle in upper. Variance are going to sneak away with a round. Identity Disorder seemed like they finally had something going. Unfortunately, not the case. Top is going to look to get on the board in this one because nobody wants to be James Bond out here. Repositioning up into heaven. KMZ is very close on ramp with that op. Dangerous position. Is going to decide to fall back on that flash, smoke things off, and leave his teammate to be as he rotates this op in towards the A site. Vetus hanging on to this AWP is going to be looking for a pick of his own, and he is going to get boosted up and see Fang not going to be ready for that as he was playing back 6. Nice opening pick there coming out from Vetus. Good idea from Team ID. Yeah, Spammer just wanted to turn that round into hard mode, so he decided to run into the molly a little bit just to give the other team a shot. Jazz Pimp up close and ladder. He's waiting for this pop flash, and Nesca wants the fight, but he'll go down, and that's probably a necessary but an unfortunate play coming out from Variance. Now Shoker gonna find one. That's a really nice reply there. Top goes down. Completes his destiny as James Bond. Dr. Mr. Fish replies. Red Killer with a nice tap on the Spammer. That leaves KMZ by himself. He's mollied out into the site. Not able to hit a shot. 1 HP. He'll go down to the utility of ID Esports. And that's 1 round on the board for your attackers. So Variance, despite winning 6 in a row rather, their money is going to be a bit in the dumps. So pause coming out here. Maybe going to decide what to do. KMZ's already purchased the M4 armor. So maybe it's going to be a light buy, then a half buy, then a buy. It's tough. They'll probably just force up behind everything that they have right now. They drop the op over to KMZ. They are going to buy up with what they have. That's going to leave Shoker and Nesca slightly lacking. Where this round is incredibly important for the side of Identity Disorder. Looking at their money and utility bought into this one. They have everything they need, but this is one of those rounds, you know, if Variants are able to get a reset, ID could be left in the dumpster. See what happens in this one. There'd be a light default coming out here from Identity Disorder. They're going to try to bait out the little bit of nades that Variants have. This is a nice call, but Variants, they're not going to bite. They don't really want to use the little bit of nades that they have. They're not taking the bait on this one. And KMZ looking for a pick into T-Con. He'll take a shot, but it won't ring out here. The information's gained on where the op is, and Nesca deciding to push inner. He's got company here. He's got a teammate ready for the trade. Nesca wants this. I can tell he wants to go a little bit further. There are 3 players geared towards this B site, so they're gambling on the... Okay, nice. Thank you. Thank you for the Reddit clips. Very nice, Nesca. This isn't to dust too casual. You don't need to do that. But it is funny to see, of course. Nesca is going to make contact with one terrorist who's going to decide to fall back. And with those MP9s, they really don't want to give him any positioning. The flash is going to be in. It's going to be good. Spammer takes 1, but he's going to over-peek. He'll take down... Vetus is going to take him down in reply, and now Ivy is going to be a concern for Variance, where here... They're actually going to just be backing up and grouping up towards T-Con. Maybe going to go for a basic A execute. They still have the nades remaining to make this happen. The nades are in, and the hit is on. Fang, blinded up. The flashes are good. Fang needs this kill. He will take 1, and KMZ as well finding another kill is going to give a big advantage here to Variance. Looking for more is going to be Fang. Trading out his fallen comrade. That is... KMZ's op actually recovered in a big round reset from Variance. Huge stuff out of them here. The money now not going to be looking good on Identity Disorder. I mean, they had things 4-on-4. They had an advantage in the round, but that hit just seemed a little bit less than coordinated. Where Fang was able to peek out, get a nice free kill to open things up, and then grabbing the second to avenge his fallen teammate, Spammer. Gonna show us that we're all human, and that actually may play into this. He messes up the ramp smoke, and now a B rush could just be on the menu for this one. GoTV lagging once again, quite a bit. Okay, Spammer taking down 1, from what I can tell. A second one, but he'll go down to Top. Top finding a pistol kill there. KMZ makes him not long for life, and with Fish in the smoke, teammate above ladder. Neska taking down Dr. Mr. Fish. That'll leave things in a 4-on-1. Variance going to be looking to build a bank off of this one, and they're well on their way of doing that. They will complete this round without taking more than one casualty, so only one rebuy going to have to come out from this side. Again, relatively even effort here coming out from the CTs. As we can see, they're not too far apart. I mean, even their ADR stats are very close, so you can tell it's a real team effort coming out from Variance here. And now Identity Disorder going to go for a buy. Couple of, it looks like one Galil and a couple of players lacking utility. The flash for Ivy, this is a good idea, but they got to be careful. They really got to be careful on this one, because there's actually a player holding. That's Dr. Mr. Fish. Top comes back, and he'll take down Fang, who was just sending himself down for the control. Bit of a misstep from Variance. Shuker now. They try to reply and take down Dr. Mr. Fish. Nice play there to reply into Ivy. Shuker playing a very smart game today. Neska takes down one who came out ladder all by himself, and now Neska looking for another is going to take down Top. Smart plays here out of this gentleman hanging out in Olaf. Looking for a third. He'll complete that kill as well. 3K from Neska. And that leaves Vetus by himself with an op and a dream. Probably a dream of saving, and a dream that may not come true if Variance decide to hunt this off of him. I'm surprised if he goes for it, but with a minute left, I mean, he's got to at least try to make a kill happen. Oh, did he see him? Did he spot that player top blue? It won't matter as Shoker gonna see to it that he goes down. 9-1 Variance, looking very good. Things not looking great for Identity Disorder, of course. They're a 6-3 team, looking to improve that in this one, if they can, to make it a 7-3. That would put Variance at the very same standing. However, it's not looking like that's going to happen as of yet. Dr. Mr. Fish looking for the frag. Joker going to send out a nade. Doesn't want to get caught holding one of those if he gets rushed down. And Fang's actually going to spot out Jazz Pimp under the train there. Shoker going to come up for the kill, and it's finally going to be traded out by Fisher. Molly in towards T-Con. Fang has been caught out by Top. That's going to even things out. It's 3-on-3 now. Shoker got to be careful here. And, ooh, almost another 1D. KMZ's legged up one, but he needs to complete a frag. He will take one down, and another one goes down as well. Fish looking for the hero play if he can, but not going to be able to find it. That's Spammer with the frag to shut him down. 10-1. A lot of losses there for Variance. That got a little bit hairy for him, but they'll escape the round, and they'll get into double digits early here. Only 12 rounds in, and we're seeing 10-1 for Variance. Is this a similar story to the other day? Maybe. We'll see. They started T-side the other day, so... I mean, they did get the heavy lifting out of the way early. Double op setup now on the CT side. I like this. We haven't seen Fang with the scope in the last one, so... KMZ's actually going to push past the molly. And I'm not sure that they realize that this is a possibility. He'll peek into it anyway, and he'll just barely survive and escape. Very ballsy play there coming out from KMZ, but one that's going to pay off and give his team an early advantage in this round. Nice kill from Fang there to get the scope of his going, making that bad boy sing over on back 6. Joker with a nice molly, and that's going to cause tick onto Fish. So Neska setting up a pop flash. Gonna throw it in. That's gonna blind Dr. Mr. Fish, but Fish was already holding the position. He'll take down Shoker. The only reply so far from Identity Disorder in this 12th round. Spammer tasked with holding this B side by himself. Just gonna throw that smoke down. 50 seconds remain for Identity Disorder to pick a destination here. Looks like they have settled on the B site. Not surprised if we see, following this push from Neska, he's looking for some information. Neska's been feeling it today. I'm not surprised if we see a Z player rotate over to the B site here momentarily. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. KMZ going to rotate over to hold upper, potentially. Or maybe getting ready for a lower push. I'm not quite sure what the positioning is going to say here. Identity Disorders instead going to fake things. They're going to head in towards This ace side, and Fang's ready with his scope, looking for one more, and the last player is going to be remaining. That's Fisher once again left by himself. Nesca cleaned up one and looking for a second. Will complete that. That's 11 rounds now for Variance. Huge plays coming out from Variance, your home side, doing very well tonight, guys. Things looking very good for Variance, looking to improve their record to 8-2. 8-2. I can count. I'm sure of it. How many casters does it take to count to 9? Apparently more than one. Fish gonna head in towards the V site. He's trying to cause some havoc over here if he can. He's just falling out towards upper, but Shoker not gonna be phased by it. Instead, he's gonna hang out over towards this Ivy position once again. Jazz Pimp is low. They're gonna go for a boost here. Shoker's ready for it. Gets dinked up and he'll go down, even though despite being ready for it, I don't think he saw him in the smoke. A smoke acting as more of a one-way for the opposing team. Now they are low in weaponry. Spammer gonna maybe head up this ramp, and he's gonna get caught up by Dr. Mr. Fish. He's gonna recover a rifle. Now they're just gonna be heading out in towards this B site if they can. 2 smokes in. Maybe this is a nice fake if they can make it happen. They're forced into believing that this is a B hit, and that's Nesca going down one by one like dominoes. Variants are falling. Fang's the only player to reply so far. Dr. Mr. Fish gonna take him out in the process. Looking for the pick is gonna be KMZ. A nice wallbang shot there, but the bomb's making its way outer. At this point, he's not long for life. 3 HP, trying to head in towards the A site. He'll go down. They recover the weapon. And a double op setup. Okay, interesting decision from Identity Disorder. Money's still plentiful enough on the side of Variance that they'll be able to get a respectable buy into this round. But the double op on T side. Now this is some Virtus Pro era stuff right here. We'll see if it can work out for the attackers. Interested to see where they bring these scopes. Only a singular op on CT side, of course, belonging in the hands of KMZ. Molotov's out. We're back green. Dr. Mr. Fish looking for one. Hasn't spotted one yet. KMZ trying to be a little bit dynamic here. Nesca gonna throw a flash over green train for the information peak. That's Fang. He's gonna get himself over to a nice position over on that blue door to make sure that the left side of this bomb site is covered. These pop flashes for info here. Variants are keen to try to figure out what parts of the map are open. Identity Disorder are just biding their time. They're waiting and they're keeping utility in their pockets in the meantime. Now finally gonna try to fight for a little bit more control. They're still content to leave Spammer over towards that B site by himself. KMZ has rotated over in this time. And now's back out towards the A site on that flash. So they're really trying to keep the op in the right position, but 48 seconds left and not a lot of utility remaining. Spammer's got to be careful. He's gonna smoke this off relatively soon. That's usually the play that he goes for, but instead he's gonna save his, yeah, he's saving his nades for the hit, I think. Is smart. Spammer gonna throw a molly in. That's gonna cause issues for Identity Disorder, who have basically decided that this is gonna be a B hit. That smoke is gonna allow Spammer to play up close as well, and a nice little off angle. Smokes are coming in. Spammer's ready. The flash not going to be good as one comes out with the bomb. Spammer looking for one more. That's 3 now coming out from the B site hold of Spammer. KMZ taking down the upper player in support, and that's going to be a huge play to solidify once again a reset round for Variance. That'll give them 12, and they take the upper down after time to boot. Not going to matter too much economically, but that one's a thorn in your side if I've ever seen one. And Variance out to a great start. Again, just look at the effort that's going on here from your Variance boys right now. This is a very team-oriented effort. Everybody chiming in at their own time to have big rounds of big plays, and with it being the last round of the half, we are seeing Top throwing out an AK to a teammate. He's gonna stick with the Deagle as well. Flashes are in, and Ivy control once again sought by Identity Disorder. They haven't put as much pressure on Shoker as they maybe could have. in this one so far. Vetis. We saw the legs there of KFZ. It is going to make him pay for it on camera. He goes down in Identity Disorder with a much needed advantage, one that they haven't had in a number of rounds now. Only a couple times have they had this, and at least once they unfortunately gave it away. So a pop flash in, and they're looking for the boost. Once again, they're ready for it. Top replies. Fang goes down. They know that there's a boosted player here. They really need to take this player out, but the Galil of Jazz Pimp going to shut down Nesca. 2 on 3. Variance trying to retake, but Top in position to take down Shoker. Spammer's in the site. He's going to hear this player coming out, and Top right through it is going to find his third of the round, and that's going to be a third round total, rather, for Identity Disorder. Variance with a very good half, but Identity Disorder clapping back there. Take at least one final round in that half. Now 12-3 things are going to stand. Variance, like, once again, just showing everything that they can in this one. I mean, I'm very, very impressed once again with what they're showing. Identity Disorder, 6-3 team, probably right up there with Grizzlies. I mean, despite the records being the way that they are, I'd probably say that Grizzlies are actually a slightly better team than Identity Disorder, but that's probably just my Canadian favoritism coming out there. In either sense, Variance Gaming seeing a very similar scoreline where now they're only 4 rounds away from taking it. Of course, T's side, a bigger beast to fight most of the time, a taller task. See if they're up to it as we're into the second half now. Fish up close and ladder. Trying to bait out shots to see if he's in there. They've actually flooded into the A site already. Spammer's been spotted. Nice shot from Vetis, and Fish finds the ladder drop. Huge advantage now going the way of Identity Disorder. KMZ the only player to reply, but Vetis is hitting everything. And Jazz Pimp as well. Gonna take down the push from Variance. This is where Identity Disorder are gonna start to make their stand. A great pistol win and one that they absolutely needed. Now they can start to build a bank, and we're gonna get a game out of this in all likelihood. Flashes in. Nesca up close with his Zeus. I'd love to see that work out. I don't really know what he's going to do with the Glock from that position, but Vetis going to make one pay. That's KMZ. And spotted is going to be Nesca right through that door. Red Killer sees to it. And Nesca's Zeus not going to strike lightning today. Spammer going to try to get this plant down. If his teams can support him, then they might be able to get this, and that's going to be a round win in itself. 1 kill and a bomb plant on nothing invested almost, and Variance is going to get a very good buy into this next round as a result. 2 FAMASs remain on Identity Disorder, ones that I don't expect them to upgrade, so this is looking okay for Variance headed into the first gun round. KMZ likely, I mean, he could get an op out. Shoker could throw him one, and I think they are going to do that. KMZ, a very, very integral part, that's the word I'm looking for, to both the offense and defense with the op on this map. Obviously, it being trained, very important that his op is hitting shots, and so far it has been. But Vetis looking to challenge him on CT side. It looked very comfortable in Z on pistol and looks right ready to hit shots. Vetis now moving in for the peek and is going to take down KMZ. Going to win the first op duel of the half for his side, and a nice opening frag from the opper on Identity Disorder. Top gonna see that flash and is gonna back off in the meantime. Playing a very similar angle to his B site counterpart, Spammer. That is looking for a second, is gonna take down Spammer. Dynamic play from Identity Disorder's opper here. Vetis, 2 very important kills. That's gonna send Variance in towards the B site with whatever they can at this point. But it's likely already stacked up. Top finds a pair of frags as these Fang and Shoker weren't quite ready. They went out just slightly before the flash, and now Nesca all by himself, lurking in upper. Unlikely to find anything else, but any damage is welcome damage at this point, if he could find it. 2 players awaiting him, and that's going to make his life difficult, as now they have located him. Once again, any damage that Nesca gets here is going to be important, but they should have heard that probably on the A side. 25 seconds left. I mean, this isn't a huge important save for him. It's probably more important that he knocks down weapons if he can't grab this op. I don't think he could find it. Posted up on this position. So instead, he'll just save the AK into the next round. Variance, not going to strike gold in this one. A very strong showing from Identity Disorder. That's just going to be 12-6 now for Variance. Already showing us that they're going to give Variance more trouble than the Grizzlies did earlier this week. So, upgraded pistols across the board for Variance. Complement the AK of Nesca. We'll see if this is something fast. Looks like the boys are going to be heading in towards Ivy. Maybe one smoke on the right side, and they'll just try to barrel through CT and towards the B site. Edis has got to be careful. This op is here, so this is one where they maybe get the kill. On the right side, and oh, a nice shot from KMZ. It almost looked like Nesca hit that flick, but instead, the opper gonna find a Deeg shot. Red Killer taking out Spammer. I mean, the jig is up here. IDE basically have herded them in to the position that they want them at this point. And 3 players going to be facing Nesca in that one. Now on to 5th round of the half. You see a double op setup out of the CT side. Red Killer's invested into one. The bank is building on Identity Disorder, and Variance needs to not let this get out of hand too quickly. Nesca's going to be relegated to just an AK with no utility as a consequence of saving earlier in that previous round. There is going to be a fight towards Ivy to start things off. But the flashes and nades from both sides are going to keep each other at bay. Dr. Mr. Fish got to be very careful. Here comes another flash. It's not going to be good. And Spammer going to take down Jazz Pimp. So that's a bit of a misstep here. Spammer mulling up close. Dr. Mr. Fish just hanging out on this refrigerator position. Now I've been flashed through looking for one. He's gone all the way through, but KMZ has his back. A 5-on-3 now unfolding for Variance. One that they'll look to capitalize on. So the Ivy controlled duel not going to go the way of Identity Disorder. There is just an opera in towards the B side. That's going to be Vettis. The hit is on. And Nesca taking him down should solidify the round, if anything. KMZ hitting a nice shot on the top. He was ready for that despite being blind. He knew the flick angle. Taking him down once again. KMZ in towards that B side, impressing me once again. But, of course, they're not out of the woods yet. This is now a very important round from Variance, where if they win it, they can almost solidify the game. But if they drop it, unfortunately, their bank is... their bank's okay, actually. They kept all 5 alive there. It was a very decisive round. So not a must-win, but one that's kind of a chance to put the nail in the coffin. Stalemate on both sides of that molly. Just gonna tickle a couple. He hears them drop. That's Red Killer. He can just kind of drop this nade here and do some tickle damage to these players. Top holding a very tight angle. He's actually been spotted. He's being spammed right now. So holding that tight angle, not going to pay dividends for him in that situation. He'll actually be taken down to about 70 HP as a result. The triple op setup, but this is the first that I'm noticing it, actually. So Red Killer finding 2 with his rifle is going to be very important. Looking for a third. Nesca trading him out. Nesca now by himself is going to find a second on the round. Spammer has to come out and help him quickly. Vettis is in sandwich and hits the nice flick. A very important shot for Vettis to hit, and this could be a round solidified. Nesca spraying under the train. Once again, he's being corralled in by these CTs, and Tops Op going to shut him down. A big round from Identity Disorder. 13-8, things are going to stand for Variance. They'll have enough cash to buy if they want to. KMZ won't be able to get the op on his back, but this is one where maybe I would expect the timeout actually to come out, but instead, Variance, they are just going to go into it with what they can. KMZ just going to throw an op over. or throw an AK over rather to Fang. He's going to in turn drop a knob for him. Buffs Molly in towards the A site. Not going to prove too important as KMZ finds one. That's Dr. Mr. Fish. Going to fall early. KMZ with a nice early pick there. Once again, advantage early went the way of Variance last time, and they were able to capitalize this. Team Identity Disorder, they quickly looked to retake control of the round, and it seemed like Variance were ready for it. Yeah, not sure what GoTV did there, to be honest. It went third person for a second, and now I had to slam the auto director button again to get it to go back to normal. Top is ready if they just drop on him in this position, but he's by himself, so the pressure could mount quickly. Those smokes in are going to be a clue, and Top going to hit the first shot. That's important. The Molly's in as well, so that's going to cause issues. Variance has gone through it. Looking for the kill is going to be Fang. He'll find it. Not going to be burned whatsoever by that Molly either. He's going to push up for control. Nesca in a good spot too to support. The bomb goes down. 3 on 4. Identity Disorder almost have to consider saving this if they don't get a kill soon. Fang got to be careful. This is an important fight not to lose. He'll take down the Opera of Vetus, and Jazzpimp the only to reply so far. And towards the back lines, and the last kill going to go the way of Fang. KMZ takes down Jazzpimp, and Variance now they're standing 2 rounds away from shutting down Identity Disorder and improving to 8-2 in advanced. Identity Disorder, they've got to decide whether to save one and then play for the win, or play for the tie rather, or just buy in and play for the win. Looks like they're going to choose the latter in this situation, or the former. I can't talk right now, it's getting late once again. I really should get back on that Red Bull grind. Just pretend this is land. Spammer. Once again, staying true to his name. Gonna say that pretty much every time he tries to shoot through a wall. So get used to it. Oh, I know. Don't worry. That's why I try to relegate myself to only doing it during land. The Variance, they've just decided to barrel straight into this site. Nesca spraying through. There's 2 on this position. It's stacked up, and kills going both ways right now early. Not punishing too much. Jazzpimp grabbing an op is going to be not enough, as Shoker taking him down. Variance deciding just to barrel in there, and with their superior weaponry, despite the site being stacked, that round not going to go the way of Identity Disorder, and now this is where they need to make their stand. Time to close it out if they can. Vetus has the glass cannon rolling. KMZ taking out Red Killer early. Gonna be successful for Variance. They're just barreling into the site. Jazzpimp's got to be careful. This could be it for him, but instead he'll stay alive. KMZ hitting one. Jazzpimp finding a second, but Fang finally trading him out. The A site belonging to Variance at this point. This could be the end of it. Identity Disorder, they're left in the back lines. They don't have anything to work with. They're just hoping for a misstep at this point. Bomb still hasn't gone down. Now it finally will be planted, and that's going to cue the timer and cue the encroach from the 2 CTs. Pinching on the barrel of this train. Vetus looking for one. He is going to take down the first kill. Important find from the CT side. KMZ, he's perched up and ready on top blue, but oh my gosh, Vetus misses the shot, and that's going to cost them. Identity Disorder go down, and that is going to be the end of the game. Variance take this one 16-8. Huge showing from your Variance boys today. Almost got there. I mean, Identity Disorder put up a better fight on their CT side than Grizzlies were able to, quite obviously, but not going to be enough, as some good late round calls there just to barrel into the B site to try to take advantage of some players getting caught out in A site. From Variance, good change of the pace is going to give them the victory. They'll improve to 8-2 in ESEA Advance, once again maintaining their position, as I say, amongst the upper echelon of teams in that division. Looking forward to see what they can bring to us in playoffs. Once again, guys, my name is Crackshot. I thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to leave you with some music, and thanks for watching.